Welcome, Music listeners, to episode 8 of Chin Music with Mitch.
And I'm Tony Legale.
How's it going today, Tony?
Good, buddy. How are you? Yeah, it's going great. Busy week, man. What about you? How's it going today?
It's going great. It's my birthday today, so we're doing a birthday episode for the
Let's
first
go.
time ever.
Happy birthday to you.
So, yeah, having a good day. I haven't done much. I went into my day job, as I like to call it, and went into the radio station this morning, so that was fun, and haven't done much since.
Well, since you have such a sexy voice, and most of the listeners can't see what you look like, Mitch, tell your age. Why don't you tell everybody how old you are today, just to give the ladies out there a little bit different perception of you. How old are you today,
Oh,
Mitchell?
yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm turning 28.
Oh, 28 today. Wow.
28 today, and I'm single. So
He is single. He's a
just
match made in
sprinkling that
heaven.
out there.
Match made in heaven. Happy
Not
birthday,
a married
buddy.
man like you.
I know. Yeah, I'm a married man. Married man. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Well, happy birthday. What are you guys doing to celebrate? What are you doing?
We kind of celebrated last weekend. So,
Okay.
because my brother and dad were able to come home last weekend. So, we did the whole dinner out at Red Lobster because I'm a big seafood guy.
Oh, let's go. What about those crab what are those rolls? Those cheese rolls, baby.
Oh my God. You have to have like two or three of those, right?
Oh,
Like it's
more
it's not a Red Lobster meal
yeah.
without at least two of those. At least that is the bare minimum. You can have more and be okay, but
Yeah. Right. Cool. What else is
yeah,
on tap? You got we got the party tomorrow night, right? The big
we got
shebang.
we got the
The
big party tomorrow night.
bonanza.
Yep, at Buffalo Wild Wings, which is right up the alley of this show. I mean, sports bar. What better place could you be? Honestly,
Let's go. So tomorrow, so Saturday is it game one of the NLDS or NLCS? Or no, they're taking that's
yes,
Monday.
it is. No,
Or
I
is it
think it is
Monday?
Monday. I think it is
Oh yeah, it
Monday.
is Monday. But there's no baseball tomorrow, right?
I think they're taking a little bit of a break, which
Yeah.
that's understandable. I
Okay.
mean, it's a mad dash in the playoffs. But yeah, so tomorrow night though, probably during the party, the Bobcats will be on. So
Oh yeah, Cats game. Cats game. We're just
yeah.
gonna hammer some non-alcoholic beers and it's gonna be
Who
awesome.
said anything about non-alcoholic?
I'm gonna be on the NA train. I have to be on the NA train. I had my honeymoon, Mitch, where I had too many Samuel Adams. Okay, put on about 12 lbs. Okay,
Well, okay, I will drink for you then. How
you
about
drink
that?
for me. I'll be pissing Heineken Zero for the next week after your party.
There you go. Yeah, no, so Bobcat game will more than likely be on for the
Who do the
party,
Cats
and
play?
they play Cal Poly.
Cal Poly. They'll smash Cal Poly, won't they?
They're gonna absolutely destroy Cal Poly.
No, let's go.
Yep, Cal
I bet the
Poly, and
spread on that game is what, like 32 and a half or something
I,
like that.
I don't even want to know. It's probably
Uh,
bad. The only thing that may tighten it a little bit is it is Tommy Malotte's first game back.
oh, Tommy. Tommy
So
football.
yeah, I mean he'll do just fine and will score a bunch of points, but it is his first game back. So
Yeah. Well, they got him on a like a pitch count here, like a snap count or anything
I'm
like that?
not sure. I would
Oh.
I
Did
would
you ever
hope
figure out what the seriousness of that injury was?
no.
No.
And I don't honestly think anyone outside of the Bozeman football world knows
Mhm.
anything about it.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Glad to have him back, man. He's an exciting player. That's for sure.
Oh man, he's so exciting. I mean, props to Sean Chambers for holding down the fort and being 1A
Yeah,
to
he's looked good.
Tommy Malott. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's come playoffs. I'm so excited to watch those guys in the playoffs this year. They're going to look good, I think.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be amazing. It'll be great for sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Good. Good. Well, got the birthday bash, non-alcoholic beers and strippers. And yeah, you guys come on out if you want to come out.
Yeah.
No strippers.
I mean, that's fine by me. I don't know how Buffalo
Okay.
Wild Wings would feel
We don't-
feel about that, but
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
That could be
I
the
don't.
after party. How about that?
Yeah, maybe I didn't know anything about that. Maybe I just spoiled the surprise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Give you something to look
But
forward to, though. Oh,
5
let's go.
p.m.
5 p.m. Be there, or
Yes.
just don't come.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Just don't come. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna sing
Whatever.
karaoke. Aren't we singing karaoke? Wasn't that part of the deal?
I didn't know if that was part of the deal.
Well, it's part of the deal. I'm just kidding, dude. No, we're not doing any of that shit. But it'll be fun. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
Happy birthday, buddy. Heck yeah. Well, let's get
Thanks,
right
man.
into it, man. What's going on, man? What's going on in the world? The wide world, wide world of sports.
Oh man, there's so much right now. I mean, you have the MLB playoffs, which we're not even gonna talk about right now because I'm still pissed.
What's the
Uh,
matter? Why are you so sad, bro?
the Braves lost, so yeah.
Ugh, they were
The other
doomed.
team,
They just had, you know what? They had the opportunity to elevate their game to a level that is unheard of. They had 104 wins on the season. MVPs sitting on their team currently, which he won't be playing anymore. He'll be playing golf next week.
two of
But
them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, a fully loaded arsenal of offense, pitching dynamic is nasty. And what happened, man?
Bryce Harper, as much as actually two-headed monster, Bryce Harper, and for some reason Nick Castellanos.
Castellanos.
That man, I swear,
Mr.
he
Clutch,
is
eh?
well, one Mr. Clutch, but Mr. Cursed. Think
Well,
of all the bad stuff going on in our world right now, and this is the time he chooses to go off.
yeah, there's got to be some fire rolling to have this guy start getting hot, huh? As a 7-hole hitter, shoot, he'll be leading off next game. No,
I mean, every time there's something that goes wrong in our country or around the world, you could almost pencil it in. That man's going to hit a home run.
let's go. Good to know. Noted in the bets of the week. Hopefully, I mean, this stuff, hopefully his hot streak continues.
Although
That's for
now that
sure.
I've said it, he's probably never going to hit a home run again. So
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm still riding that bet all day long. So now I think, I think really what it turned into was, I think an experience factor. I think that it's nice to have guys like Bryce Harper where they get on that stage and surprisingly we didn't see much from Schwarber, but Schwarber's usually one of those guys as well. But not a lot of players in the bigs that are elite, like even the elite ones, right?
yeah.
To see a guy elevate his game to that kind of level on the spot like that is something special to watch. I mean, not only just he's seen the ball. He's seen the ball extremely well, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's spitting on pitches that are close that they swing at all the time, right?
Yeah.
And he's not even touching them. So
No.
yeah, happy to see that's my boy is Harper and but they a whole team, man. They got a group of they're stacked, man. That was the tone is the Braves are the favorite because they're freaking stacked, which they were. But you know what? Phillies are stacked. I mean, they got Trey Turner, Schwarber, Bohm's off to he's not really having too much of a head making too much headway here, but he's talented. Bryson Stott's really stepped up his game. I mean, every single player 1 through 9 is a threat, and then they of course were met with great pitching. So they got great performance out of Nala. Yeah, closing pitching was iffy, but they got it done for sure.
Yeah.
And I
You
think it
know,
all go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I think it just all falls down on the Braves, man. I really do. I mean, to have that kind of team, to have that kind of momentum, and even Acuna, he was red hot, man. He was red hot a week going into the season, like
Yeah.
and he's been hot.
Yeah.
But they just didn't rise to the occasion, and the Phillies did. It's playoff baseball, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah. No. So the one thing about the Phillies that I will never understand, and it has to do with Kyle Schwarber. Yes, he has 48 home runs on the year.
Yeah.
Yes, he has 130 RBIs or whatever it is. But the man is batting 197, and they had him leading off.
Yeah.
Why?
Who would you rather see in the leadoff spot there?
They have Trey Turner, literally the prototypical leadoff
Like
hitter.
the leadoff hitter. Yeah, I know. I do like him in two early. Either one or two is fine. But I mean, I think you take a guy like Bryson Stott and stick him in the leadoff spot
Yeah, I mean
and
that's
swap him
fine
out with
too.
Schwarber.
But like, honestly, you have a guy batting 197
Yeah. Well,
in your
I know.
leadoff spot.
I
I
know.
can't get over that. Like, I saw that. I'm like, why?
Yeah, maybe he puts the pressure, and I'm not, I don't disagree with you by any means, but he's putting pressure on the pitchers right out of the gate, right?
Yeah,
So they don't want to give up a 1-run dong to him to lead off the game. That's for sure.
right. I don't know. I just saw that. I'm like, you're a loaded team. You can't tell me you don't have somebody better to lead off.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, he's
Yeah,
a great 4, 5, 6 guy, I think. But
yeah. More importantly, it was a lot more of an enjoyable Thursday night sports viewing especially over the Chiefs Broncos. I mean, the only, I mean, I'm not a either of a fan, but I mean, you love watching Mahomes. You love Thursday night football. Anytime football's on, that's great. But shoot, wasn't much we missed apparently, other than Travis Kelce getting like 1,000 targets and making all the plays apparently. So
yeah, the Broncos are dog shit.
yeah.
Like, there's not even a nice way to sugarcoat it. Like,
Oh, it's bad too. Yeah, no, they're yeah. I mean, yeah, we talk about it all the time, obviously, but it's yeah. I mean, is it something you feel bad for Russell Wilson, or is he underperforming? Does he need to not be performing or attempting to perform anymore? What do you feel in your mind needs to change for Denver to even have a remote shot? Because they went all in and brought the legendary Sean Payton in, and he really can't even win with those guys.
no, and that's what surprised me. I mean, I thought last year was kind of a fluke because I thought with Nathaniel Hackett, I'm like, he didn't hack it. Sorry, I had some. No, I thought maybe he wasn't the coach. But obviously Sean Payton isn't either, which surprises the heck out of me
Mhm,
because when you look at, I'm going to use Drew Brees, who Sean Payton spent the majority of his career with,
mhm.
and Russell Wilson, they're kind of the same quarterback.
Oof. I don't know. I don't know about that. I
I
think Drew Brees is more of a soldier than Russell Wilson. I think Russell's the problem. I mean, I'm not advocating against Russell. Um,
I think at this
it's
point
just
now you need to look at him as the problem. Yeah.
it's just not a good fit for him. I mean, he doesn't really necessarily pass the eye test. He doesn't, and he's getting older. Like, I mean, he's been in the league. He knows what he's doing, obviously. And I'm an advocate for him, like from the mental side of things, staying neutral and all
Yeah.
the things that he's promoted and all the good he's done for any team that he's been around. I mean, yeah, he's a
Broncos
spectacle.
country. Let's
So
ride.
yeah, let's not fucking ride anymore. All right, Russ, let's just sit down, bud, or
Yeah, I
learn
love
the
Russ when he was with
violin or
Seattle. I
something.
almost wonder, does he need to have a reunion with Seattle?
I don't know, man. Yeah, that job's gone. Like, I mean, you think Gino? I mean, Gino over Russell at this point. Gino looks nice, man. That Seattle team is throwing together some
That
pretty
Seattle
big
team is
wins.
nuts.
Yeah, they're good. They're good, man. Yeah, Coach Carroll. Anybody under Coach Carroll is. I love Pete Carroll. A little boring to watch some of their games as they definitely run the ball
Yeah, and now they
more
have a
than the
two-headed
average.
monster at running back of
Oh
young
yeah.
guys
Oh yeah.
with Kenneth Murray, who just is fast as all get out. And
And then
then they kind of have a Marshawn
Charbon.
Lynch 2.0 in
Yeah.
Charbonneau.
Charbonneau. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I actually had him on all my shares fantasy. I had him on both of my teams, but I don't know. Didn't see the production week 1, 1, 2. I saw that he was starting to, and running backs fantasy for me are I mean, they're dispensable in the
Oh,
sense
you
where,
can get, yeah,
yeah, you can waiver wire them. You can, they get hurt every week. Someone's down, someone's up. So I never really put too
yeah.
much stock in the running back position, truly, based off of the PPR scoring system, not the standard scoring system.
The owners
But
don't either.
yeah, right. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. So. Yeah, but yeah, got some exciting things coming up here. Actually, let's just recap a little bit.
Yeah,
Had
your
some
week was
awesome.
absolutely nuts.
Oh
So
man, yeah,
talk about that just a little bit.
oh man, had really productive meetings with a bunch of business owners, business billings leaders here in town. One of my most intriguing meetings that I had. Of course, all of them were pretty intriguing because they take away something deep from taking away something from each of them. But had an awesome meeting, and I don't know if you've been inside Montana Wake or you've been there. But first of all, what a hit place. Like, you walk in, it's just rocking in there. They got music going, and you walk right in, and there's like, you're greeted with like $500,000 in boats that are just tricked
Jeez.
out to the nine. Beautiful place, all the swag you could possibly imagine. Um, Shoot, man, but Nate has what he's done with that place, and just like, we'll get into talking to him here shortly, but what he's done with that place is really shining through as far as what he cares about, his passion, and how he'd like to give back that passion, and the lifestyle. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I I haven't been out to Montana Wake, but I got to meet Nate on the radio show that I'm interning kicking it. And
nice.
it was so both him and Ches Romero
Oh
were in the
yeah.
studio that day.
Chaz.
And they know each other obviously and have known each other for
Oh,
20 some odd years. Um
they're both can rattle, they
we
both
could
were.
not get them out of the studio.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Shoot, I talked to Nate for a little over an hour. We just got caught up in it, talking about just his common moral, common principles, common things
Yeah.
that he emulates every single day. And I mean, dude, I left there. I mean, he, we didn't make any sort of deals or anything like that, but my gosh, I felt motivated. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a guy that literally, like, like pours out of his pores, right? Is just wants to will it into the
Yeah.
universe, like, effort wise. Like, I walk in there, he's in the back of a boat, like servicing it and like doing the deal. Like, he's not sitting in his office like acting like a big dick. Like, he's doing it, man. And like, you
Yeah.
can just see the fire and the light in his eyes, man, where he's just hungry, man, just hungry, and wants the best life possible. And we got to talking about that, how you're not exempt from anything, man. So every single thing, every single breath, every moment that you get to take in this world, like, make the most of it. And I'll tell you what, man, that guy does, and he's going to
Oh
keep
yeah.
doing it too. And he will, and he doesn't care who's with him. Like, as far as, like, he don't care, he leaves behind. Like, he's going in one direction. That's Nate's direction. So pretty
Definitely.
motivational to be around him. And like I said, nice to meet another dude that shares the same sort of common, day-to-day operations. So just got to put the
For
work
sure.
in, baby. So happy for Nate. Yeah, man, had a great meeting with Ryan Swan over at Lansing Materials. Swanee and I actually skated together since I've played hockey. So
Nice.
oh yeah, man, what a dude. I could sit and talk to that guy forever, just talking about similar things, in regards to life, and kind of catching up there. Everybody gets so damn busy trying to
Right.
win and make something of themselves. And so it was nice to catch up with him. Got to talk to him about Big Sky Capital a little bit, talk to him about Scala Guard, and just nice to get some feedback from him. Nice to get feedback from these people that I've cared about for a long time and that care about me. And yeah, man, but I walked in there, man, his crew is dialed in, right? Like, they're, super personable over there. I don't know much about, the needs as to going over there and what you're actually getting, other than the windows and the door frame, whatever,
Yeah.
that whole thing is. But man, great staff, group of young kids, ex baseball player guys, just like, that are good, positive people to be around. And shoot, man, I was digging the environment from the first time I get there. So yeah, look him up, check him up, Ryan Swan. Yeah, Lansing Materials. Yeah, what a great guy. So
Awesome.
yeah, man. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I've just been slammed, trying to hustle and bustle, baby, going and taking what's mine, taking what's my family's, and fricking putting everything I can into the universe. So
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. For sure.
hell yeah. So um What so MSUB kind of kicks off, and you know a little bit more about this than I do, and I'll get
Yeah.
into kind of part of our week as well, kind of what we're getting into. But so what they got lined up this week, right? They're already kicking off soccer, right?
Yeah, so they've had soccer pretty much since school started. And so they're having a big like doubleheader this weekend. I think it's both men's and women's.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, and so they're doing that out at I don't know the name of the field, but it's out at the city college.
It's a new field though. Like they got a brand new
Yeah.
field, right? Like
Yeah, I can't
totally
remember the
redid the
name of the
turf.
field, but yeah, it's super
Is it?
nice.
Yeah, it's something like isn't it X Conoco? I don't know. Doesn't
I
Conoco
don't know.
Phillips
But
do it?
anyway, it's
I'm
out at
not
the city
sure.
college out there
It
on
doesn't matter.
Central and Shiloh.
It's AstroTurf, okay? That's all you need to know. It's freaking nice.
It's super nice. Bazemore did a great job getting that installed this off season for
Hell
them.
yeah.
And
What a dude. Good
oh
dude.
yeah,
Got to meet
he's
him.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And
Awesome.
so they have that, and then their basketball is kind of ramping up here, gonna start in
Let's
about
go.
a month. And so they had their blue and gold scrimmage
Oh, nice.
for the boys team out in Red Lodge.
Oh, so they had it at the high school in Red Lodge.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of sweet. That's sweet to branch out like that. Make
Yeah, I
that
thought so
community a
too.
part of it.
Yeah.
Did they I'm sure they got some pretty good attendance out of that deal.
Yeah, it looked pretty packed. Yeah.
Sweet.
So it's
Sweet.
good for them.
Nice, nice. Yeah, well, shoot, yeah, MSUB kicking off all their events. Proudly announce, first to announce it here, that we at Skolagard are officially a corporate sponsor and affiliated directly with MSUB Athletics. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, shout out to Holly West, who's been absolutely in every sort of way super accommodating to our vision at Skolagard, and kind of she's dialed in, man. And you walk in that place in back in the athletic department, they really do have it dialed in, and it's totally
Yeah.
legitimate, and in regards to what they're trying to put out as far as a perception. They're yeah, I'm rooting for them, man. So yeah, happy to be a part of it, and happy that they'd allowed someone like me to be a part of it. So
For sure. And you know what I love about Holly and Bays is they are very hands-on.
mhm.
They are at all, not all, but a lot of the games for the student athletes at MSUB. And not to discredit any athletic directors that aren't, but it's not always the norm for that,
All right.
for the athletic department to be so hands-on with their athletes. And I just think that that's awesome at MSUB that they are.
Yeah, big thing going on for those guys as far as a fundraiser goes, and I'll talk about it. Yeah, because you and I are going to be attending it. We'll be at the October 27th Halloween bash for the athletic
Yes.
department. So it's an auction. I don't know if it's a dinner or not, but it's an auction night where we're just trying to raise money for the athletic department, and so it's always going to a good cause. My only reason I got invited this year is my dad is, obviously talking to Coach Waddups, and he kind of hooked me up with that as well. But my dad actually has gone for quite a while now, for at least the last 5-6 years, and always donates a bunch of Rawlings gear. So helping out any way that we can. So I don't know if there's tables available still. If you are interested in going, please reach out to Holly. Like
Yeah.
Holly's in charge of the whole thing. She will be there. She'll be. I believe that you can pay the night of. So if you just show up, I believe it's at the pub station. Don't know have a time for you yet, but I would assume it's somewhere from 6 to 7.
I can look it up and I'll post it when we post
Yeah,
this.
yeah, no, but I believe you can pay ahead of time, or when you get there. And I believe a table is like 8 people and going for a little over $700 or something like that. So totally worth it. Everything goes back to the program.
Yes, for sure. And it's definitely worth it. I mean, I haven't gone to very many D2 schools, but I can
Mhm.
only imagine that MSUB's facilities are some of the better ones in the country.
Absolutely. Well, now yeah, that you add Dealer Park to the mix for the baseball program, and
Even
I mean,
Perts.
yeah, Perts is nice too. Yeah, Perts has
Yeah.
got it dialed in as well. So
Yeah, for sure.
MSUB, yeah, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Take it to the next level. Love it. NHL is underway, Mitchell.
Yes, it
My
is.
life is finally complete. That's found that hole in my heart is finished. It's no longer, it's filled, I should say.
See, and I feel that in about March when baseball season starts. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
I know, right? Yeah, baseball's such a long season, and yeah, I feel the same way though. There's nothing like opening day. Like
Oh
opening
yeah.
day is quite the excitement. But hockey had three games kick off on Tuesday. Had the um, yeah, Knights took on the Kraken, which they won handily 4-1.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not a case of the Kraken playing bad. The Golden Knights just played really well.
Yeah, got to watch that electric power play in Tampa Bay as they took on the Preds. Pretty tight game back and forth. But what a great game! They eventually won 5-3, and then the biggest talk of the night was Connor Bedard and his
Yes.
debut. So watching him was great. He did get his first NHL point, and the kid's the real deal. Yeah, I figured he would be with all the hype, but yeah, he is the real deal. And then the next night, actually, not to jump ahead because I still want to talk about that. There's quite a few things to unpack there, but the next night scores his first goal in Boston as a NHL player. So 18 years old, man.
Crazy. So we'll go back to his opening night because what I want to talk about is when he scored his first goal. So
What happened? What did he do? What didn't I see?
so it's not what he didn't do. He did everything fine, like a
Okay.
good rookie.
All right.
But the man scored his first goal in the NHL. Like that should be one of the happiest moments of his life, right? Like you see a guy that gets called up into the majors and he hits his
It's a
first home run
it's a Jimmy.
or
Yeah.
strikes out his first batter.
Right.
They're like ecstatic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how he was in the game, but in his picture with the puck after the game, stone cold faced, and he looks 12, so that doesn't help the cause.
Right.
But just no
He
smile,
does look
nothing.
young, buddy. Yeah, he's on to bigger and better things. Actually, he reached out. So, like, I forget who was. I saw this on pretty non-reliable information I'm about to provide here, but I saw it on TikTok where they were interviewing like an ex. I think he played for like the Lightning or something like that, and basically had a conversation with Bedard right when he got popped. And one of Bedard's first questions to him was, how are you guys successful? Like, what did you guys have that year? What did you guys do as far as recipe? Like, this guy's preparing for a bunch bigger things than his first NHL goal. So he's putting that off. He definitely puts the work in. I think him and McDavid actually work out together. But a fun fact for you that I did want to share more importantly. So Bedard grew up idolizing Sidney Crosby, right? So that was the
Right.
big headline of the night as they took the face off to open up the NHL season. Sidney Crosby won it handily. Like Bedard's kind of he won. I think Bedard was like 2 for 11 in the face-off circle, so he's got some improving to do. I won't harp on him because he's still quite the specimen. But did you know that uh, Connor Bedard was born on the same day that Sidney Crosby was drafted into the Pittsburgh Penguins organization?
Okay, that's awesome.
Bro, that's quite the
That is like
universal
destiny.
thing, right?
Oh my god.
I know. I
That's
know. I thought
great.
it was cool. So yeah, good to see. Good for the game. Chicago looks, they're mediocre lower half of the pack as far as the year, but it'd be fun, man, to see if Bedard can really make an impact. And shoot, he might have a 40, 50 goal season. Like we just don't know what's coming from this
Wow.
kid. But they showed a real unique angle of his shot and how he kind of drags it into his feet as he fires it. And it's kind of a unique look for most goalies, and they're not able to pick it up. But yeah, man, I think he has a great season. I think he brings much success to the Chicago Blackhawks. So
That's
congratulations,
awesome.
Connor
That's
Bedard.
awesome. So obviously you are a Vegas Golden Knights fan,
How could you
and
tell?
uh, I mean the jersey kind of gives that away.
Oh, the Stanley Cup jersey with
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
cup
yeah,
that we
yeah.
won last year. And I say we, listen to me. I mean, like I'm a part of the team, man. Like
It's okay. I say the same thing with my team. It's
I'm
all
on the
good.
fifth line, so that's probably why you never see me. But yeah, I am a part of the team, and this jersey's official, so it was
Oh,
280
okay.
bucks. But they gave it to me for free for being a fifth liner, so
Very nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
pretty cool.
So obviously, I mean, one game you can't necessarily tell that they're going to be great, but
Mm,
they did handily beat the Kraken.
yeah.
So obviously, I think they're going to be good again. I still think the Kraken are going to be good. They're at least going to make the playoffs. But who are your other teams you kind of think are going to be good?
Yeah, so yeah, to touch on that, yeah, Vegas didn't look like they took a game off. Like truly, like I mean, really, like the flow, everything's ebbing and flowing, and guys are getting better. Yeah, they look great, man. I was super pleased. And they had another game last night in San Jose. They won that handily as well. Yeah, they're definitely going to be a threat out west. Oilers lost their opener in Vancouver handedly. I think they lost like 8-1 on the first night, and they're actually
Oh my God.
yeah, to Vancouver, and they're actually, I mean, favored to win the President's Cup. So
8-1. That's insane in hockey.
yeah, they got smashed, but I wouldn't read too much into it. I mean, uh, still a heavy favorite for Edmonton. I mean, they have the best player in the world, might have the two best players in the world on their team as well, with in Draisaitl. So my picks, though, I did watch that Colorado game. LA, they played LA in LA, which both of these teams love LA. I am not typically a Kings man, but I love LA this year. I love who they have in their forward line. Their center of the ice is loaded. Watch for those guys to make an impact, man. I mean, I really do believe they make a run this year.
Wow.
I like LA. I did watch. They did lose that first opener to Colorado. So Colorado looks.
Tough again.
Oh my gosh, man! Like LA, like I like talking, pumping their tires here, but like they had zero space. That the Colorado Avalanche team, like I'm putting money on. I'm going to put a prop on them to win the cup. Not calling it right
Wow.
now, but I will throw $100 on 200, couple $100 on them winning the cup. They look good. They got something to prove from last year. They came off the
Right.
Stanley Cup from the year before. And then just with some injuries and things like that, they weren't able to kind of follow through with it. But they look like a totally different revamped team. Excited for Colorado. Uh, Colorado, I'm looking pretty heavy at every single night to bet on, make some money. Carolina at home is a big one for me. I love what they're doing there. I think Shanahan's their coach. I love, or Brendan Moore
Related
is
to
it.
Mike and Kyle Shanahan by
I don't
chance?
know. Yeah, yeah, they run the wide flex offense just like those guys do. Yeah, no, I could have got that wrong. I think Brendan Moore or something like that. I'm not sure. Like that guy, but they're pretty stacked, man, and they're getting some key injuries back. They made a hell of a run last year, but getting some key injuries back. But like their home record, I don't have a stat in front of me to share with you, but they just don't really lose at home. And so
Wow.
anytime they're playing at home, I would strongly considering putting them on your ticket, big time. So those are really my teams: Edmonton, Vegas, Colorado, LA, and what else did I say? Carolina. Carolina. Everybody else is really stacked, also, just like every other sport. So, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
hockey's here, baby. We're excited.
That's awesome. So, you know, you mentioned Vegas and Colorado, and I mentioned Seattle, and that's three teams right in our media area. I mean, Vegas is
Absolutely.
a little bit off, but they carry a lot of their games here.
Mhm.
Um, so how do you think those three teams being playoff caliber teams will help make the NHL more popular here?
Yeah, expand it. Yeah, I think it already has, man. I think that ESPN is doing an awesome job already by just making that a part of their deal. That big deal they signed with ESPN, the NHL, like so much coverage. If you have ESPN Plus, I strongly recommend it. Um, and another thing that's kind of brand new that they just had came out with is that they're doing starting Saturday. The NHL is taking an approach to hockey on Saturday, the same way as the NFL does with the NFL Red Zone. So now On Saturday, you're going to be able to tune into one channel, like a NHL Red Zone ish. I don't know what they'll call it, but it'll be something similar. Yeah, there's no red zone in hockey other than the red line, which is
Center ice. That's what they
pretty
should
much
call it.
center ice. Well, NHL center ice, that's like DirecTV. I think already has that. I'm not really sure,
Oh,
but
never mind. Sorry, DirecTV.
regardless, they're flashing in and out of power plays like the 5-on-3, the 5-on-3s, the 5-on-4s. I mean, every time a team's on a power play, that's going to be great. They will show, recent goals and kind of just take you through the whole day. It'd be really good for fantasy hockey. I've played fantasy hockey. It's pretty fun. Good for fantasy, just like the NHL or just like the NFL Red Zone. That's the fantasy go-to channel. But yeah, there's 14 games Saturday. Tune in, check it out. We'll talk about it next week. But I think if they do it correctly, could be quite the deal. So,
well, I will have to tune in tomorrow.
But for those regional teams that you were talking about, I mean, the Kraken, they're an expansion team, right? So like that is totally, the Vegas Knights totally redefined what that means to be an expansion team, right? Like now we're in a position because of the talent that we have, because of the structure, how they structure those expansion drafts. They're competitive, man, and you got a lot of players that are coming in from Seattle, or that are coming back, I should say, more seasoned, more experienced. They made a great run last year, so that's going to grow the game in Seattle area and that northwestern point of the United States, so which is going to be great. I haven't been to that arena. I heard it's quite the spectacle.
I've heard it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. So I think that's great for the game. Having hockey in Vegas was revolutionary. I mean, it's you're going to Vegas and you want to go to you've never been to an NHL game. Get ready to be a fan for life because it's got it all. Colorado, Denver, Colorado has been a staple for anybody that lives in Montana for so many years. Just to go, and that's really kind of the shortest avenue to go and check out an NHL game. And Ball Arenas, Pepsi Center, whatever you want to call it, but it is Ball Arena, is quite the experience as well. Plus, like I said, the Colorado Avalanche are stacked again. Yeah. And that's some good hockey right there. Fast, lightning fast, dude. That team is so fast. So it's going to be fun, man. It's great for hockey. I think there's a lot of things to look forward to, and I'm glad that it's expanding and hopefully gets more exposure. So
for sure. Yeah, no, I just think it's so neat that the two expansion teams with Seattle and Vegas have been pretty instantly successful. I just think that's really neat for the sport.
Absolutely, love it.
For sure. So, we kind of touched a little bit about week 6. But there's some more games on Sunday.
Yeah.
That we need to kind of talk about. So let's run through what we think for this next week.
Yeah, I really have one solid pick right now. I'm not really comfortable making any others just because so many things are kind of convoluted. I do think the Saints go into Houston and that's not my one pick, but I do think the Saints go into Houston and really, at least get a W.
Yeah.
I think they cover the spread -1.5 for sure. I think that's a pretty reasonable spread. I think Carolina's playing Miami in Miami. They get 14 points. They've been looking better. I think anytime point spreads go past 10 points in the NFL, that's a lot of points, man. So my pick of the week is Carolina +14. So I think Carolina covers in Miami. So I think they at least cover that spread for sure.
There you go. So I have 2 games that I really want to pick. And they're both in the 11 o'clock. And I think they're actually both being televised here in Montana.
Okay.
So you have Minnesota at Chicago. And Minnesota's without Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
I could see it's in Chicago. I could see the Bears winning that game.
Yeah, potentially. I like that. Yeah, I could see that as well. They're getting better as the weeks go on, but so is every other NHL or excuse me, NFL team. So in Chicago, yeah, I'm rooting for Chicago. I mean, Vikings have absolutely tossed me around this year with their lack of production in the red zone, turning over the ball. I've lost many parlays off of Minnesota, so go Bears.
And I've also heard rumblings that Minnesota's not set on Kirk Cousins,
Really?
and so they might look to
Well,
trade him
that
at midnight.
finally they're unset on Kirk Cousins after all these years. Like
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins was good in Washington.
and he wasn't even that great in Washington. He
I
couldn't
know
secure
it
the
was a
starting job
joke.
in Washington.
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, no, I'm
And then
not
my
a
other
fan.
one, it's not really a bold pick,
Hmm.
considering how they're playing this year. But I think Seattle goes into Cincinnati and beats them.
That'll be a good one. They get 3 points. I'm not touching it. I mean, I'm really because I just Cincinnati doesn't quite pass that. I mean, they put up some massive numbers. Jamar had like a record-setting day. What did he have? Like, 17 catches or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
17 catches off of 20 plus targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous day. I don't see that happening.
No.
I do see him heavily targeted every week, which drives his fantasy value, which is why I like him and have both teams have both shares of him. But yeah, Seattle. Yeah, like Seattle. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm
Oh, and then a bonus one that I forgot, and we
mhm.
actually should talk about this separately. So I'll go on to Seattle a little bit more, but Vegas and your Patriots.
Oh, this is a big bet. Big bet. We got to
Yes.
come up with this. We
So
didn't
we'll
take
talk
time
about
to
that
do
after
this.
that. But
Oh,
so yeah, so my thought with Seattle is the Bengals O line is god awful. And the Seahawks have proven that they have a pretty dang good defense.
right.
um, I mean, it's not quite Legion of Boom quite yet, but
Right.
it's dang close.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I definitely can see it happening. They can go in there. They're good on the road. I mean, what they
Yeah,
did
I
in
mean,
Detroit,
Devon Witherspoon is a beast
right?
at corner,
Yeah,
and their D line and linebackers. I don't know how they do it, but they've gotten the job done this year
yeah. I like them. I like them a lot.
for
So
sure.
heck yeah. Let's see here. So what do you want to do for this Vegas? We got to wrap up here shortly. What do you want to do for this Vegas Patriots game? I am like the worst Patriots fan this year because I think they blow. But
They do blow. That's why I'm making the bet because I think the Raiders have a shot.
all right, all right. What do you got?
Well, what are we thinking here? What's a solid bet for both of us?
I mean, let's do something like borderline humiliating if we lose, right? I mean, that's the fun of it, right? So
Okay.
next week on the show, we have to, you know, say something or, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay. How about this? We will think about that.
Oh, we're gonna think about it. We'll let the viewers decide.
Either let the viewers decide or we will think about it and we will get back to you guys by Sunday
Love
with
it.
what we think.
Love it. Love it.
And
Perfect.
we'll post it on our Facebook and everything like that.
Cool. 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 What else we got? Shoot. That's about all we got going this week. Yeah. We
That's
got
about all we got this week,
MLB
man.
playoffs Monday starting what is that? Both ALCS, both
I
NLCS.
think so.
Okay, so playoffs coming up.
I'm
NHL
riding with
underway.
the I'm riding with the Diamondbacks.
Oh gosh,
They're the
riding
only
with
team
the
I can't
Diamondbacks.
stand. Or I
Wow,
can stand.
unreal. They're gonna get absolutely hammered by the Phillies. Just
Oh,
so
I
you know.
know. I know.
Yeah.
But the
No,
AL is a
the
wash for
magic is
me.
over. Hopefully, you guys had fun at your freaking pool party because it's over, boys.
The
Warm up the
AL is a
bus.
wash for me with it being Texas and Houston.
I
So
know. Yeah. Well, I think Houston's too deep. I think they're. I think the Rangers got a good deal going. Love to see Houston get beat. Really. But I think
I
they're. I
think
think they're
Texas
just
can
too
do it.
deep. Okay.
Texas can
Well,
do it. I
I
think.
do. I do like their team. Yeah. Like they. I saw on TikTok they were getting down. That what really turned their season around is they were rallying. Their team was rallying around Creed, the band Creed from the 90s, which I
What?
love. I love Creed, bro.
I like them too, but
Hello, my friend, wonder why.
that is like the most random thing to get your season going. Like, yeah, we
Bro,
all
it's
like Creed.
working, bro. Yeah, they're a Christian band, man. They got God on their side. I'm going for the
That is like
Rangers.
the most Max Scherzer thing. I'll bet you that happened when Max Scherzer joined the team.
Oh, love it. Love it. So that'll be good. We're in store for that. Get to watch more Harper. So,
Ugh, God, wish the Braves would have beat him.
yeah, well, they could have, but
They
they just,
didn't.
just don't
That's
have
okay.
it. Yeah.
Well, it's been fun this week.
Been fun,
And
my brother.
yeah, if you're able to in Billings, join us tomorrow at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Let's go, baby. But
And
call us first because like if we don't like you and like we don't want you around, like make sure you call us so that we can tell you no.
yeah,
At least give us a
definitely.
courtesy of that because we're pretty picky. There's a bunch of real high rollers, but big podcasters that are joining us.
For
Just
sure.
kidding. Come on down anyways. We don't. It doesn't matter what we think. Just come
No.
on down.
All right. Well, have a great week, guys, and we will be back next week.
Let's go.